All right, with the popularity of stick vacuums today, I thought I would highlight a really cool vintage vacuum, the Regina Electrikbroom. It's just a really neat vacuum and has a really cool history, so I thought I'd talk a little bit about that and then do a few tests on it. It's actually fairly impressive for its age, and it's stood up well over time. This model's probably from the early 60s, I think, if the model number is any indication. The Regina company produced these electric brooms in the late 40s, I think, around 1945, and they sold pretty regularly up until the early 90s, really, but they were very popular in the 60s and 70s. They were sold kind of like as supplements to vacuums, like when you didn't want to have to pull out your big vacuum, these would do the job, but they're actually pretty good, and we'll talk about that in a minute. The Regina company started off making like music boxes and things. They made their first canister vacuum in the 30s, I think it was 1930. They produced these and they just blew up. They were just huge sellers. These bags came in probably hundreds of different designs, from weird scenes to pop art, all kinds of interesting things. This one is kind of the top of the line vacuum. It's a 3-speed. The lower ends were 1-speed. Also, the lower ends did not have any of this fancy stuff on the cleaner head. They didn't have this dial which adjusts the height of the brush down here from anywhere from hard floors to high pile carpet. This one also uniquely has edge cleaning. These little dials essentially close the air path here and allow air to be sucked in from these sides here, so you can use it as an edge cleaner. So pretty neat little features on this one. Yeah, the Regina company is pretty cool. The guy who invented all this also invented some things that we still use today. For example, cyclonic technology. I mean, this is a bagless vacuum. If you take this little dustbin off, so this doesn't have bags. This little bag here, air exhaust does come through it, and this can get pretty dirty, and it's also not very well sealed. So I mean, you're gonna get a lot of dust in the air. This is well before a lot of big allergen concerns and that kind of thing. But these over time were rebranded. I think Sears sold them as the Quick Sweep, Kenmore Quick Sweeps. Now, we tested a few things on this. The airflow wasn't that great. I think it was something around 31 or 32 CFM. I probably could have got more CFM out of that if I had like really deep cleaned this bag, and that was on the highest speed. But what they are good at on both hard floors and the low pile carpet that we tested on, it's actually really good with all kinds of sizes of debris. I honestly did not expect it to pick up any debris over, say, the Fruity Pebble size cereal that we put down, but it picked up everything from the Cheerios to the Fruit Loops and everything in between. So that was just a pretty cool surprise there. It did really good on carpets as well. And the fact that it's still running since, from 1960s with very little done to it, I'm assuming, is a testament to how well things were built back then. So yeah, these are cool. They're kind of rare. I mean, you can find them on eBay from time to time. I'll put links in the description to see if any of them are out there. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I think for restoring these, and I don't know much about it, it's kind of tricky to take this bag off, but if you could take this bag off, turn it inside out, vacuum up all the debris from there, maybe soak it in OxyClean would be a good thing. But really, the rest of it doesn't require all that much touch-up. I mean, you might want to clean off any kind of debris here, but man, these things have really stood up well over time. So anyway, just a little highlight on a vintage vacuum, the Regina Electrikbroom. Subscribe to Vacuum Wars. Thanks for watching.